Number 1. Picture this. You finally make it to space, floating around like a majestic dolphin in zero gravity. But then your blood decides, hey, legs are cancelled, and migrates north into your head and chest. Why? Because gravity isn't pinning fluids down anymore, so your cardiovascular system basically loses its GPS. Suddenly, your face gets puffy like you've just had dental surgery, and your legs look like they belong to a dehydrated scarecrow. This fluid shift messes with your blood volume too. Your body thinks, whoa, too much fluid up here, and starts making less blood overall. Which means the moment you get back to Earth, your blood pressure tanks, and standing up can feel like a bad roller coaster you didn't sign up for. So yeah, space turns your circulatory system into a confused intern on its first day. Number 2, remember being a kid and wishing you could be taller? Space says, sure, I got you, and stretches you out up to 2 inches. Sounds great until you realize it's because your spinal discs are expanding like a half-deflated pool float, finally allowed to puff up. Without gravity compressing your spine, everything decompresses. Your back feels looser, but it also gets sore because the muscles holding everything together are used to Earth's constant pull. This temporary space height disappears once you're back in gravity's clutches, which is both comforting and disappointing. Essentially, space gives you a free trial of extra height, then cancels your subscription without warning. Number 3, your vision isn't safe up there either. Many astronauts come back with blurry eyesight because of something called spaceflight-associated neuroocular syndrome, or SANS, which sounds like a rejected villain from a Marvel movie. The fluid shift we talked about earlier also increases pressure inside your skull, flattening the back of your eyeballs. Imagine someone gently but persistently pressing a thumb against a grape. This can cause farsightedness and even lasting vision changes. NASA is still figuring out how to fix it, but for now, your eyes just have to deal with being slightly squashed in the name of science. Number 4, your bones start quitting. You know how on Earth, every time you walk, run, or even just stand, you're basically giving your bones a little workout. In space, that workout is gone. No gravity means no weight-bearing stress, which your bones need to stay strong, so your body gets the memo, hey, we don't need all this bone anymore, and starts breaking it down like it's on clearance. Astronauts can lose up to 1% of their bone mass per month in space, which is the kind of number that makes dentists and orthopedic surgeons salivate. This isn't just about having a skeleton that's less sturdy. The calcium from those dissolving bones leaks into your bloodstream, making kidney stones more likely. So yeah, space doesn't just make your bones weaker, it turns your skeleton into an all-you-can-eat buffet for kidney problems. Number 5, muscle meltdown. Even if you're working out for hours every day in space, and astronauts do, your muscles still decide to retire early. Your body's logic is simple. No gravity, no problem. Let's just stop wasting energy on these big, heavy muscles you apparently don't need. This means your calves, thighs, and even the muscles that keep you standing upright on Earth start shrinking. Imagine coming back home and feeling like a cooked noodle trying to walk upstairs. Astronauts train hard to fight this, using resistance bands, treadmills, and stationary bikes in orbit. But honestly, fighting gravity's absence is like trying to stay tan during a polar winter. You're losing the battle slowly but surely. Number 6, space nausea is very real. On Earth, your brain relies on your eyes, your inner ear, and gravity to figure out which way is up. In space, gravity taps out, your inner ear gets confused, and your brain starts getting conflicting signals. The result? Space motion sickness. And this isn't your average car sickness. This is the floating upside down while trying to eat spaghetti out of a pouch kind of sickness. It can last for days, with nausea, dizziness, and headaches all teaming up against you. Basically, your body's balance system starts throwing hands, and you're the unlucky referee. Number 7, space radiation turns you into a science experiment. Out here on Earth, our atmosphere and magnetic field act like a big, invisible bodyguard, blocking most of the nasty cosmic and solar radiation. In space, that protection is basically gone, and your body is suddenly soaking up radiation like a sponge in a nuclear bathtub. This isn't the comic book kind of radiation where you wake up with cool powers. It's the kind that slowly wrecks your cells, increases your cancer risk, and might even damage your nervous system. Astronauts on the International Space Station are still within Earth's partial magnetic bubble, but go beyond that, like on a Mars trip, and you're basically marinating in invisible DNA scrambling energy. Space agencies try to shield astronauts with special materials, but right now, your best defense is hope the sun doesn't have a tantrum while you're out there. Number 8, your immune system forgets how to fight. Here's a fun twist. In space, your immune system goes into this weird, unpredictable mood swing. Some parts of it get weaker, making you more vulnerable to infections. Other parts overreact, triggering allergies and inflammation. Even viruses you thought your body had beaten, like chickenpox or herpes, can reactivate because your immune defenses are taking a nap. Astronauts have literally experienced cold sores in orbit without any prior symptoms for years. It's like your immune system goes on vacation, but instead of sending postcards, it sends you random health problems at 17,000 miles per hour. Number 9. Your brain physically changes shape. This one sounds made up, but it's not. MRI scans show that extended space travel can actually shift the structure of your brain. Remember all that fluid floating toward your head? Yeah, it doesn't just puff up your face. It also puts pressure on your brain tissue, subtly reshaping it. Scientists have found that parts of the brain controlling movement and sensory input can shift upward, like furniture sliding around in a moving truck. No one's totally sure what this means long term, but imagine coming back to Earth and having your brain still think you're floating, or your balance being slightly off for months. Basically, space is out here doing unlicensed remodeling work on your nervous system. Number 10. Your body clock breaks. Your circadian rhythm, the internal clock that tells you when to sleep, eat, and generally exist without feeling like a zombie, is tied heavily to sunlight. On the International Space Station, astronauts see 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets every single day. That means your brain's like, oh, it's morning. Wait, no, it's night. Actually, hang on, it's morning again. Without the normal day-night cycle, your sleep quality tanks, your hormones get weird, and your mood takes a nosedive. NASA tries to control this with strict lighting schedules and even blue light lamps, but honestly, it's like trying to keep a normal sleep schedule during an international layover that never ends. Number 11. Emotional isolation hits hard. It's one thing to FaceTime your family from a different city. It's another to call home from 250 miles above the Earth while your body is slowly being re-engineered against your will. Even with crew members around, astronauts report intense feelings of loneliness and detachment. You're constantly reminded that you are in fact floating in a metal tube in the void of space, and if something goes wrong, Earth is just a beautiful marble you can't actually reach. Mental health support is a huge part of astronaut training now, but the psychological strain is real. Space might look peaceful from the outside, but living there is basically the world's most expensive long-distance relationship. Number 12. Coming back to Earth hurts. After months in space, returning to Earth is not like slipping into your old shoes. It's like putting on shoes that are made of lead, filled with gravel, and also on fire. Your muscles are weak, your balance is a mess, and gravity suddenly feels like it's personally offended by your existence. Some astronauts faint just from trying to stand up. Even walking can feel like you're carrying another version of yourself on your shoulders. It takes weeks, sometimes months, of rehab to get back to normal. And the weirdest part? Many astronauts say they never feel exactly the same again. Space changes you, and your body knows it.